One gives freely, it grows all the richer. Another withholds what they should give, and only suffers want. Whoever brings blessings will be enriched, and the one who waters himself will be watered. Let's hear another. Whoever is generous to the poor lends to the Lord, and the Lord will repay them for their deed. How about another? Whoever has a bountiful eye will be blessed, for they share their bread with the poor. These are all from the book of Proverbs. So far we've had Proverbs 11:24-25, Proverbs 19:17, Proverbs 22:9. And we're going to keep going with these. The book of Proverbs we talked about before, relatively recently, I think. These kind of blend together. Wise sayings, ways to live by. I think it's an Old Testament book again. Have you noticed the theme yet with these? How about Proverbs 21:13? Whoever closes his ear to the cry of the poor will themselves call out and not be answered. Let me try that again. Whoever closes their ear to the cry of the poor will themselves call out and not be answered. There we go. Whew. Easy for me to say. Whew. How about Proverbs 11? Oh, we already got Proverbs 11. Proverbs 28:27. Whoever gives to the poor will not want, but they who hide their eyes will get many a curse. Yikes. We're catching on here. The Proverbs are saying, God's this wisdom literature of Scripture, teaches us about God's way. You know, it's advantageous to be generous. God constantly talks about taking care of the poor, the downtrodden, the oppressed, the widow, people that can't take care of themselves, and not that it's their fault, right? Sometimes bad things just happen. We talked about that, I know, in these videos. But we talked about generosity as a virtue of God. Proverbs is pointing out these are sayings that are advantageous. Being generous, you get more in return. Not that we do something out of expecting something in return, but God has made it so. When you help someone, it feels good. Giving can be that way too. It doesn't have to be an obligation. Stephanie and I, we've stretched to give before. We've sacrificed, maybe in 1 week it's, well, in normal times, maybe it's, one less night eating out. Donate that money to a food pantry. Maybe it's one less nicer bottle of beer, and instead give that money to addiction services. That sacrifice, you come to realize in doing it, it feels good. It feels better than a nice meal or a nice bottle of beer. Interesting what my examples are eating and drinking. Anyway, you can pick whatever it is that something you can trim that gift goes somewhere. Knowing that money is changing lives. I don't know about you, I start to feel a little silly, right? These sayings are for the wise. So perhaps in light of learning their wisdom, I feel that I have been foolish. We try to increase our giving to the church, and that means sometimes, especially in this year, sacrificing some things. So be it. This mission is too important not to do that. We believe this. We believe that God's doing great things with what we give, which again wasn't ours to begin with anyway. So kind of giving back. But anyway, in the end, a world having a strong church, a world having places that helps the poor, the addicted, the oppressed, the hungry. That's the kind of world I want to live in. How about Proverbs 14:21? Whoever despises their neighbor is a sinner, but blessed is they who is generous to the poor. Another juxtaposition there. What if love of our neighbor is best seen in generosity? Finally, Proverbs 3:9-10. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your produce. Your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vat's bursting with wine. Ha! There we go. I'm just kidding. The Proverbs have a lot. There's more, but this video's already gone long enough. So, living a lifestyle of generosity, it's good for us. It's wise. It makes the world a better place. Be generous. I'll see you tomorrow.